Good day, Chronicle for November 11, 2022. In the Kherson region, Russian troops have completed the withdrawal of troops to the left bank of the Dnieper. After crossing the last units of the Russian armed forces, they blew up the Antonovsky bridge in Kherson and the bridge of the Kakhovskaya hydroelectric power station near Novaya Kakhovka, Starobelsk direction. In the Kupyansky sector, the command of the 14th Mechanized Brigade of the Armed Forces of Ukraine equipped observation posts west of Kislovka. To identify the firing positions of Russian artillery, the enemy uses drones. In the Svatovsky sector, assault detachments of the 92nd Ombre of the Armed Forces of Ukraine launched another offensive against the strongholds of the RF armed forces in Kuzemovka. Russian artillery dispersed the enemy grouping, forcing him to retreat to his original lines. In the Lemansky sector, units of the 25th Airborne Brigade of the Armed Forces of Ukraine several times unsuccessfully tried to gain a foothold in the area west of Krasnopopovka. Over the past few weeks, the connection has suffered heavy losses in personnel, but the Ukrainian command again and again sends fighters to the attack, Solidar direction. In the Bakhmut sector, the strike groups of the 53rd Ombre, with the support of artillery, attempted a counteroffensive in the directions of Zaitsevo and Otradovka. Russian troops repelled the attack, pushing the enemy back to their original positions with return fire. During the attack on Maersk, the RF armed forces established control over the railway station of the same name, the industrial zone and part of the building. The armed forces of Ukraine took up defense in the remaining territory of the microdistrict, Donetsk direction. The soldiers of the Sparta ORB and the 1st Slavic Brigade, with the support of the 238th Artillery Brigade, liberated the village of Opitno. The capture of the settlement pushed the front line away from Donetsk for several kilometers and allows the offensive to continue to cover Avdiivka from the southwest. Ukrainian formations fired again at the Donetsk agglomeration, residential buildings and civilian infrastructure of Donetsk, Gorlovka, Yasinovataya, Dokukivsk and other settlements were hit. Zaporozhye direction. Russian rocket artillery hit the repair base of the armed forces of Ukraine in Vonyansk. In Melitopol, Ukrainian saboteurs made an attempt on the life of the Deputy Minister of Culture, Sports and Tourism of the Zaporozhye region, detonating a bomb at his entrance. The official received a slight concussion. Southern Front, Kherson direction. The armed forces of Ukraine are gradually occupying the territories abandoned by the Russian troops on the right bank of the Dnieper. The advance of the enemy is complicated by the minefields set by the RF armed forces. The establishment of complete control over the areas by the enemy will take 1 to 2 days. There is a mass mailing in the region with an appeal to residents to hand over collaborators to the SBU. The Ukrainian special services carry out reprisals against anyone suspected of having contacts with the Russian armed forces or the Russian administration, most of whom are victims of false denunciations. Ukrainian MLRS HIMARS fired at the suburb of Novaya Kakhovka, damaging residential buildings. Some of the shells were intercepted by air defense systems. Russian artillery struck enemy firing points, and also hit enemy concentrations on the right bank of the Dnieper. See you soon.